Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am bringing you a what's for dinner, finally, again. I have 4 dinners to share with you. This was in the last week. We had leftover night on the other night. Me and Justin went on a date the other night, the night after that. And then I had like leftovers again or something. Oh no, we had Domino's, but I had a salad, not pizza. So praise Jesus on that. This is an overview of the 4 dinners that we had, or I had. The first one I'm going to show is chicken fajitas. And if you guys haven't seen my meal prep video, definitely check that out. I prepped this that morning. So I just had cut up onions and peppers and the chicken already, which was awesome. So with that, you just want to add some olive oil. And I'll leave all the recipes linked down below if I have one for them. I don't follow them to an exact, but the most part I do. I added some Himalayan sea salt on there because apparently that's much better for you than table salt. So Google it. And then I added some cumin and garlic, onion powder, paprika, and chili powder. That is everything that you put on there. And if you want the measurements, definitely check out the recipe, which I said I'll link. But yeah, you want to add the seasoning. Of course, Finley wanted to help. He loves cooking. He loves baking. I try to have him help as much as possible, but sometimes, it depends on the day. But anyway, so doing this voiceover is going to be awesome, just like my last one. Put the seasonings on, and then you want to mix that all up together. We've been eating a lot healthier, and these are just so easy. Like any like sheet pan type meal is just really easy, and usually, for the most part, pretty decently healthy. Oh yeah, I added some pepper too. So we've been trying to eat healthier here. I am down 3 pounds in the last week. So excited about that. I am picking up the Weigh In Wednesday videos again. However, I weigh in on Mondays, but you guys would see those videos on Wednesdays. Anywho, those are coming, but I want to wait a couple weeks before just to make sure that I'm like in it to win it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I put it on the sheet pan. I want to say it's 375 or maybe it's 425. I can't remember the temperature. I don't think I show it either, but it takes about 20-25 minutes for that. And then while that was cooking, I wanted to prep the limes, and you want to put this over the chicken and the peppers and onions when it comes out, or you can just put it over, your food on the tortilla. I definitely think this makes a big difference in the taste. It is so delicious. And then I also wanted to prep some cilantro, and I'm just using the flour tortillas up that we had. I did buy some low-carb ones for this week, but, just trying to be a little bit healthier here, guys. Nothing too crazy. But I cut up the cilantro, which also don't leave this out unless you're one of those people that think cilantro tastes like soap, then you might want to leave it out. I, on the other hand, think cilantro is delicious. I love fresh herbs. I don't cook with them enough, and I've really been trying to incorporate that. But this is what it ends up looking like. So tasty. My husband ate it, you guys. That is a true miracle. If you don't believe in miracles, you should now. It was delicious. The next meal is a crock pot pork chops it's like a ranch pork chop. You add pepper, salt, some thyme. You actually add cornstarch and a can of cream of chicken and some fresh garlic. So I put that on the crock pot. You set it on low for, I believe, 6 hours. I think I had it at about. I'll leave the recipe for this one too. It turned out so good. I paired it with asparagus, and we had some mashed potatoes that my husband made. Even, look at little Allie. Even Allie ate it. Finley, on the other hand, not so much, but that's to be expected. Another night over the last week, I just had a salad. I had prepped some chicken, so I kind of made like a little Caesar salad to be on the healthier side. I believe my husband was working that day. And then the last recipe I'm going to share with you guys is a beef and broccoli recipe. And the first thing I did, I think I ended up getting the sirloin steaks from Aldi, and I just patted them off really quick, and then I ended up cutting them up. And this recipe was so good, you guys. Usually like the Asian inspired that are like, oh, the best ever, takeout, better than takeout, blah, 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 on Pinterest. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's usually not that great. But this one is actually really good. So after you cut up the steak, you're going to want to add the cornstarch to it. And I'll link this recipe down below too. This is also something I found on Pinterest. And I believe it was at like 1/4 of a cup or 1/3 of a cup you have to add. ended up having to add a little bit more to the sauce portion of this because it didn't thicken up. I'm about to burp, you guys. It's really gross. So yeah, you want to shake that up really good. And while that was happening, I had the pan with the oil going for the sauce. So you're going to want to put a little oil, a little olive oil, and this, you have sesame for this recipe too. I cut up fresh ginger. That makes a huge difference. If you guys have like ground up ginger, that would work too, I'm sure. But I really think the fresh ginger makes a big difference. And then you want to add the garlic, and you kind of just let that hang out together for a few minutes. I do follow the recipe. I did actually follow the recipe pretty strictly for this one. But so you let that go, and then you put soy sauce in there, and there's other stuff you put in there. So definitely check out the recipe. I can't even think of the top of my head what it all is. But I know there's definitely soy sauce. And maybe it is the sesame oil too. I don't know. Anywho, so I ended up loading the pan up with the beef, the steak, that had the cornstarch on it. Cornstarch definitely makes a big difference. I never really use cornstarch to fry, but I understand why it was used because it makes it so crispy and delish. I ended up seriously overloading the pan. But anyway, this is what it turned out. It was so good, you guys. 10/10 will recommend all the recipes I use. They were all really delicious. I'm going to start doing these more often. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's What's for Dinner. If you want to keep seeing these videos, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.